guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you all are having a lovely day today. So today we are back with another speed build, and we are building a large mansion here in is it the Pinnacles? Oh my gosh, I always forget the name of this this neighborhood, but it's in the Delso Valley. The more posher side of that world where all the celebrities live. It's on the 64 by 64 lot, and we're building this really large mansion. So this mansion, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. I just woke up and I have like an appointment in about a half hour. But I thought, let's just do a speed build video recording right in between. I mean, why not? But anyways, yeah, we're building a large celebrity mansion. And I really love the landscaping on this one. I have been sneak peeking this build for a couple of weeks now. It has been such a massive thing to build. So that's also why this is a two-part series. Yes, I am sorry for the people who don't like two-parters. It's a two-parter, and there will probably be a house tour as well, because that actually was requested on Twitter. And I love doing house tours, so there will probably be a house tour as well, because there are so much little details in this large home. And I think with a speed build, you don't really always appreciate everything that a builder puts in. So a house tour is always really handy. So here I'm just trying to figure out the front of the house, and I do have to say I've gotten my inspiration from the internet. Before someone says, oh my gosh, you copied someone, I've got it from the internet. I actually found this house on Zillow. Zillow is a real estate agent, I think in America. Yeah, I think it's America. And it has these gorgeous, luxurious houses on there. And so I just went to Zillow and I typed in, I don't know, what did I type in? I'm not sure, but I was looking, around the area of Beverly Hills, LA, more of the very expensive neighborhoods. And I found this gorgeous mansion that was for sale. And I think it was for sale for around 15 million, around that number. That is what this house was, selling for. I don't know if it's sold already. But yeah, so I've gotten my inspiration from there. I found this gorgeous home and I recreated it. So the front of the house definitely looks similar. I tried to make that grand entryway that you see with the stairs going up, and also the little sideway garage. I also used that, but let the other pieces, the backyard, the sides, and all the little elements, I did myself. So yeah, there's definitely similarities, especially the front looks really, really similar. But I did that on purpose because it was such a gorgeous mansion. I just really wanted to recreate it for you guys in your game so that you could play with it. Have like a famous singer living in this mansion, because I did make it for a singer and her gorgeous, talented kids. So there will be, let me count. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms on top, and there are 2 bedrooms downstairs. So downstairs I make the master bedroom because it just made sense to have it downstairs, although it is smaller than some of the bedrooms upstairs. It makes sense having it downstairs because, as a parent, I like to be on the lower level, especially if you are maybe a little bit older. I mean, I'm not old, but it's always handy to not have to do stairs when you're getting older. So that's why I made the master bedroom downstairs, and also the butler is downstairs, which is also very convenient because he's right next to the kitchen and the laundry room. So he can just wake up in the morning and start working ASAP, which I like. So yeah, but of course the furnishing of the interior of this house I will be showing you guys in part 2, and hopefully I will have that up either tomorrow or the day after that. It all depends on, how much work I can can do in my home, and then I can start recording because I do have a household to attend, and also I have work. I actually have to work tonight from 3 p.m. till 9:30 in the evening. But it's fun. It's fun working where I work. I work in an IKEA, so that's always fun. I love looking at all the new items that we've gotten, and we've gotten a few gorgeous new items this year. The summer items are really colorful. So yeah, I'm gonna work tonight and I'm actually really looking forward to it. So anyways, here I'm trying to decide what I wanted to do for this front porch area. So this is the balcony or the front porch that is connected to the master bedroom. Also a reason why I wanted the master bedroom to be here, because it's so luxurious looking. I can just imagine, waking up in your gorgeous mansion, in your master bedroom, and then walking outside to this little patio area with a cup of coffee, or, ringing a bell for the butler, and then the butler brings you coffee. I can definitely see myself sitting there. So that is also why the master bedroom is there. So yeah. And also added in this little fountainy thingy at the front because why not? I love fountains. Fountains make mansions look so much more luxurious. So I decided to add one in at the front. So here we are at the back. I did cut out a little bit of footage because this build actually took me 9 hours. All footage in total was 9 hours of footage. And I actually also didn't record everything. A lot of the landscaping I actually did off camera. So probably in work hours that I spent on this house are like more up to 10, 11 hours. So this was a very large project, but these are projects that I love doing. I love building mansions and I love to take my time and, do like multiple weeks with recording and finishing everything off, because sometimes I get stuck, I had it when I was done with the landscaping. I was so stuck on how to do the floor plan and then, how to furnish it, because this is a very traditional looking mansion, but there are tiny little hints that it's updated. So I have this, more of a modern looking fence at the front where the windows are. I'm using a modern looking fence on the back side, the back porch, illuminating fence that we've gotten with the Get Famous game pack. So it has like little elements, that it's up to date. So it's definitely a house of, this century, 2019, but it has all these traditional features that the owner really loved and kept. That was like the idea behind it. So it's a modern home, but very traditional, or something like that. And I'm loving the backyard swimming pool. I was doing that long swimming pool, in the beginning you saw me doing a swimming pool in the deck area, very normal and traditional, but it looked so boring and bland. And then I thought, why not do like a beachy kind of flowing back swimming pool? Because when you look at the original house, it also has, another conventional shaped pool. It doesn't have like a, an actual beach like I'm creating here, but it does has like this very tropical vibey looking swimming pool. So definitely took my inspiration from the actual pool of the house and implemented it here. I'm actually gonna link the house. I'm gonna try and remember to link the house in the description of the video if it's still up for sale. Because when it's not up for sale, I think they take down the listing, but I'm not sure. But I will try and find it again, and I will link the house down below so that you can look at it. You can see where my inspiration came from. It's a gorgeous mansion, and it's something that I love to do. I love recreating houses in The Sims. And then, twisting it with my own little flair. I love doing that. So yeah, as you guys can see, everything is taking shape. The swimming pool / beachy area was looking lovely. Here adding in some more cacti and such because, we're in the Del Sol Valley. It's more tropical. It's like LA, I think, or Hollywood. Yeah, I think that's the area, right? And I think they are a very highly humid, warm area where there would be cacti. I actually don't know because I've never been there. But, maybe. I should probably look that up, what the landscaping looks like in these parts of the world. But cacti and palm trees just made sense for me, so that is what I added in. And then here, playing around with the deck. So I knew I wanted like multiple stairs going up, having multiple levels. This is definitely not how it's gonna stay. I do make it a bit different. I'm gonna add the stairs in the middle, not at the side. I wanted a functional deck connected to the staircase, so I am gonna change that. I'm also making, this little thingy here on the side of the pool. A little area where your Sims can sit and relax. I'm gonna add in a fireplace there. And then, you have that gorgeous view of the mountains and the city when your Sim is sitting there. So, it just made sense to have like a little seating area up front, connected to the very edge of the lot. And then here, fencing it in with some bushes and such. So yeah, that's basically it. I do wished that our lots were larger, because this mansion is actually really large, and I find that the garden that I'm working with is actually a bit too small. I mean, it's a large lot, a 64 by 64. Don't get me wrong, it's large, but I just needed like 10 more squares at the back. The sides were great. I didn't need any more on the side, but I didn't need a few more squares on the back. So maybe a 64 by 80 or a 64 by 74 would have been awesome. A very long lot would be great, because I needed a little bit more square footage on the back, because this swimming pool area I actually wanted to be a bit larger. Maybe try to figure out, how I could make a slide or something work. Although I don't know how, but I could have maybe done that. And then I wanted to incorporate like hot springs and such, but there wasn't enough space at all. And I actually do cramp in a lot of things inside this backyard. You guys will see that a little bit later. I add in a basketball court here off the side, and a little barbecue and fire pit area on the side as well. And I think it would have looked better on the back side, but hey, it's what we have right now, and what I can work with. So yeah, here starting with the basketball court. At first I wanted to have it really close to the pool, but this was just way too small. I couldn't fit it in, there wasn't enough space. So I decided to do it more off the side of the house. Fit it in right there. I do try to incorporate a little walkway, on the side right there. So, your Sims can access the side pod as well. But I felt like I needed a basketball court. I actually needed a tennis court, to be honest. I actually needed a tennis court. A tennis court made more sense for this house, but I went with a basketball court instead, because that's all we have. Maybe in an update, maybe in a future pack, we will get more outdoor, things to do for your Sims, like the basketball court, a tennis court, a golf court. Oh my gosh, I would love to create a golf court. I don't know why, because I actually only have played golf in my life like 3 times, and only miniature golf. So never real actual golf. But creating a golf course would be so much fun. Making little pathways, making, ponds and such. And then it's gonna be amazing. Yeah, I wish we had a golfing course. That would be so awesome. It's a pack that no one wants, but I think we all need. So yeah. Anyways, here trying to landscape this little area up front. I knew I didn't want a open pathway. They needed to be, some separation from that edge. There's this edge that your Sims can fall off. I mean, they cannot really fall off it, but imagine, having a toddler running around your backyard and, there's no fencing. So I needed to make like a little barrier. I know it's not really in fence because there are little openings. And yes, I do know toddlers will find these openings in real life. But, for The Sims, I think it would look fine. It made more sense this way, and enclosing it all the way would have looked a little bit too abstracting. So yeah, but I think it looks really nice. I like the little pathway that we created here with the stepping stones. And then here I'm going around adding in, more landscaping, more flowers, adding in this border. I wished we had more stone borders. I know there is like one debug item that I can use. I have seen multiple simmers use that in speed builds and also on Twitter. It's like a flower, a package of flour in the debug section that a lot of simmers use as flower bed trims. I'm gonna look into that. I don't know if I'm gonna like that because, it's flour. But, maybe it looks really nice as a stone. So definitely maybe with the upcoming build, I will try that out and maybe not use as much stones as I do in all my builds right now. But that's like the only thing that I can use as a border for my flowers, where I can make curves, because when you use a fence you cannot really curve very freely. It's very restrictive. I mean, you can make curves. I have made curves here in the front, but it's not as free flowy as I want it to be, and that's why I always use these large pebbles. And they look really nice, but I do get that I think at some point it's gonna get boring for you guys to always watch me place pebbles and stones. But I will look into it, maybe using something different. Anyways, you're making a entryway of the garage. The garage is not connected to the house because I just really couldn't make that work. It was giving me errors, and I do know that there is a little trick to connect your house with no foundation on your house with a foundation. There is a trick. It involves rooms and lots of fiddling, but I didn't feel like fiddling at all. I just knew that I needed to do so much other stuff in this build, and fiddling in with foundations and floors was just one of those things that I didn't want to do. So I just made the garage separate. It has its little entryway off the back. I am gonna add in, a woodworking table and all that jazz so that it's a functioning room, but it's not connected to the house. But for me, it's fine. It's fine. My Sims definitely will not die of going outside, unless it's like, very cold and they forget to put on a jacket. But I think in the Del Sol Valley it doesn't really snow, it doesn't get that cold, so it's fine. So yeah, anyways, you're adding in another shading area for that upper balcony, and that upper balcony is actually gonna be connected to the office. So there will be a large office because the Sim that is gonna live here is gonna be a singer. So she gets her own office with a, recording studio. She also has like this music studio table thingy. I'm adding in a microphone as such, so your Sim can really make music there and actually make a career out of it. And then her children, one is a actress. Her daughter is an actress, and her son, what is her son again? Oh, a vlogger, that's it. He makes YouTube videos because, I needed to incorporate all of the stuff from Get Famous. So yeah, he's a vlogger or a YouTuber. And then she also has a toddler and a little girl, and she is gonna be a ballerina. So yeah, those are the bedrooms that I'm gonna do, and you guys will see that, of course, in part 2, which I will be uploading very, very soon for you guys. Don't worry, I will not keep you all waiting like I did with the last mansion. This mansion is actually finished. I don't need to do any work anymore, except for doing my voiceover, so it's gonna be fine. Anyways, adding in a little bit detailing here in the landscaping. Very important when you're doing landscaping to add in a multi-tone of terrain paint. Terrain paint makes your landscaping really come to life. And even if you only do like one color terrain paint, it already looks better. But I find when layering paint, so a lighter color, a darker color, and then on top doing a lighter edge, just really gives it dimension and makes it look way more realistic. So I do know that I give this tip a lot, but it's just a really good tip. You should use it when doing landscaping and trying to adding in a bit more detailing to your plants and flowers. So yeah, here adding in, that fireplace, a little seating area for your Sims to enjoy. Just that gorgeous view in the nighttime. I think it would be amazing. I'm so jealous of my Sims. I would definitely love to live here. I mean, the bill is gonna be a pain if you're living here, like the electricity bill, the water bill. It's gonna be a nightmare, but it's so worth it. So yeah, anyways, trying to add in a little detail here on the front or on the back of the house. I just needed, a tiny little ornament or detailing or something, and I couldn't really find it. So I think we're not using anything, or no, we're doing this. I think, yeah, we're doing that. I'm adding in a, whatever you call that, what I did. I added that in, and then I adding in some plants to make it look better. It just looked a bit bland, and also adding in, the vines from the Jungle Adventure pack and the flowers really made this, this build come to life. So yeah, I think we're like almost finished. The only thing that I'm gonna do is furnish this back deck for you all. Definitely love how the deck looks. It's definitely orientated for entertaining, which I love. And then here adding in more of those vines at the front of the house, because that was also looking a tiny bit a tiny bit bland. And also we needed some detailing on the roof, so that's what I'm doing here as well. Yeah, and I think that's it. Oh my gosh. And I'm also rounding the roofs a little bit. They look a bit too chunky and pointy. And I'm just rounding everything also softly. So it's a slight rounding edges that I'm making, just so that the roof looks a bit more flowy and cohesive and just easier on the eye. So that is what I did. And then here starting with the back porch. So we have this large deck and then a second, landing or deck before you go into the backyard with the swimming pool. I knew we needed a jacuzzi. I'm in love with jacuzzis, maybe because I'm getting one in real life and I cannot wait to have one. But I just love incorporating a jacuzzi. Here making, a large sectional for your Sims to sit on. We really need something like that. We really need a couch that we can push together, and that they all connect, and you can make these really large sectional U-shaped couches or L-shapes and such. We really need something like that in The Sims. I think that would be amazing. And then here making the bar, because you know me. If you haven't watched any of my videos, I am a simmer that loves to give my Sims beverages. It's just something that they need in life, especially when they know that I'm controlling them. They need a drink now and then. So I love incorporating bars, and I love incorporating the world globe that we've gotten with the Vintage Glamour stuff back, throughout the entire house. So this house definitely will not be different. So as you guys can see, there is a outdoor bar. I added in a little bit of a wall so that we can have some bottles on display. It looks a little bit fancy, which I like. And then here I'm playing around with these windows just to spice it up, make it look a bit more interesting. And I really like the end result. I think it looks amazing. And then here adding in some more windows so that you can look out of that area there into the backyard, and then adding in lots of seating areas. And yeah, that's basically all I'm doing. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. So in the next part, like I said, I will be uploading that in a few days. We will be furnishing the entire house. I will also be adding this house to the gallery, you know, either today or tomorrow. I just need to, you know, test play it a little bit because we have so much stairs going on and such. I am gonna test play this entire house before uploading it to the gallery. So keep an eye out on my origin account, LoveSimplySim, or even keep an eye out on Twitter because I will be tweeting when I upload it to the gallery. So yeah, that's basically it, you guys. Don't forget to leave your likes, of course, if you liked what I'm doing here in The Sims in this video. If you like, you know, the house and such, and the speed build and the voiceover, don't forget to leave your likes. And of course, if this is the first video that you're seeing from me and you like it, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you would never ever miss a video of mine. So I'm hoping that you all are having a lovely day wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye!